Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Tilly, at your service. Today we're looking at the greens. All the greens in the game. Um, yeah. Should we just start? I'll start really ugly. If you watched the yellow, orange, and red, I would already have told you that there's some colors that show up as yellow, but are definitely green. So you have this here is 219, which is a yellow. It's just here to show you that the color 100, which looks like a light yellow color, I think it's the parchment dye, definitely looks green rather than yellow. At least for my eyeballs. So that's the only reason why yellow 219 is here. You can put it away, because technically it's not green. Rest of them are what you would call green. In this case, these are yellow leaning, I guess, greens. But they still show up as yellow if you look at the little rectangular thing with the color and number. They're not yellow though, they're green. As I said, I believe this is from the parchment dye 100, like the color number is 100. These I'm not actually really sure on, because I usually never save this. I think this is my 209 and then 216. Okay. So we got 219 is over there. This is 216. Not a color I usually save. Also, these two are pretty close. I'd say 216 is slightly more yellow. That's about it. And then I guess I don't know. They're so ugly. I'm sorry. Like 216 and 209. Oh, I said that wrong. So 209 and 100 is quite like each other, apart from 100 being a little bit more green. They're so ugly though. 216, like, there's also not much difference here. Maybe it's slightly more yellow. It's still not yellow yellow though. Still looks very much green. I guess you could argue that might actually look more yellow next to the rest of them, but still green. And then we have, yeah, I don't know. So I'm not into these like mossy, I guess some of them could be called olive. Uh, some of them are definitely poop green. Um, it's not my kind of green. This is color number 23, which means this is 24. These are also two colors that I never save, so don't know the names. I mean, they're all horrible. This I know because I was like, oh, you look very similar to something I've seen before. As you can see, so 225, which I believe is called like olive dye, and Mr. or Miss, I don't actually know what sex it is. Um, number 99 over here, which is like custard, I believe. Is that what you are? Yeah. Um, yeah. They're identical, literally. So if you like olive green or the 99 custard sort of color, yeah, you don't need to say both. I wouldn't say any of them because they're ugly. It's not a nice olive green, I'll tell you that much. As you can see, also the one in the corner over there, um, to the left is also very. It's not identical to those two, but it's very close. And I think that's like. I think that one actually be the color that is actually called moss. Because then you have camo and something else next to it. I believe this is either 97, 98. Okay, so we got 98, 97, yeah, and then 87, 78, 78, 78, 78. Okay, 78. All right. Did I say that right? 98, 97, 78. Okay, well, there's a, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's like a camo green, mossy green, slightly poopy green. I don't know. They're ugly. And then you have, I think these are in the 40s. Yeah, so it's like 46, 46, 47. This is 46. And that's 47 next to it. And then we have, this is color number 7, which is the light green, which I usually save because it's a nice, like, usually actually it's a nice, like, belly color because it's a lighter color and it usually contrasts very nice with the other greens, which is also the reason why I usually save this, which is color number 25. It's the same there. Usually for bellies, or like a highlight color, whatever it is you want to put, whatever it is you want to put it on. Uh, these two colors are nice. And then we have, I think this is the 20. Yeah, so 26, 27. Which are part, yeah, 26, 27. So that's 26, this is 27, which are more like true greens. And then we have 16, which is also a true green. Also, as you can see, these two are quite similar. They're not identical. As you can see, 16 is a little bit, a smidge lighter. But they would be true greens as well as, I guess technically if you want to make something extremely green, you could do 25, 26, 27, 16. Because you could stack that on something. And then we have what I think is the deepest green, but it's also very blue. It's a blue green. Well, it's a green leaning. It's a more green than blue color to me, which is why it's in here. So this would be the deepest green. I did bunny ears there, which you couldn't see, but this would be the deepest green you can get in the game. They don't have like a true deep green. Uh, but this, which is color, I believe 81. Yep, works very nice with the turquoise range, which are these three. All those four look very nice together. If you want something that's, in the same color range with same shades or shading. Uh, so we have the deepest one, which I believe is 57. And then we have 58. And then we have 59. Yeah. Those I always also save. I basically save all the way from 59 to, yeah, the one in the right corner, light green. I usually save all of these greens. They're quite nice. It depends on if you want a blue leaning green, a more green, you know? Depends on what kind of mood you're in. And then we get into the 80 range. So this is the lemon lime color. You can't miss this. Which is 83. And then we have 84, which is next to it, which is called mint, I believe. Also, both are quite good belly colors too. I would say, on a lot of things, or highlight colors. They're nice and vibrant. And then we have more of the 80 range, which is 85, which brings me to 205 as well. So I think mm, maybe slightly different, but it's so minuscule to the point where it's like you wouldn't see a difference. I think maybe 85 is slightly lighter. Kind of hard to tell. Um, maybe a smidge. Um, but they're pretty much identical. You don't need to say both. Save your space. Don't say both. And then we have 86 and 87. I usually also save the whole of the 80 range as well. I quite like the 80 range. They also look very good together. No, I feel like that's obvious. But 87 is definitely one of my favorite greens. Um, I really like that. And then we have 88, which is next to it, which is kind of like a traditional apple, or I guess also you could call it sap green. And then we have two more that's identical, which is color number 3, which is what I usually call the neon green. Also a good highlight color, maybe not as good on the belly. And then you have next to it, I believe, is 2, 6. Just gotta make sure that I say the right things. These two are literally identical, so you don't need to say both. If you get one of them, and if you want this type of green on your animal, then you don't gotta say both. That's not proper English. You don't have to say both. Um, Not at all. They're literally identical. And then we get into the 60s. So I think this is 60. Yeah. And then 61, which is slightly deeper. Maybe actually 60 is even a little bit more towards like a bluey green. And then we have, I believe, it's 66, which is this one. It's also usually a color that I save. I quite like color number 66. I still yet to figure out what looks really nice with it, though I guess maybe maybe a, we don't have really a true mustard, but I think like a mustard color would look nice. Maybe with that. But yeah, it's kind of like a muted green, which I think is quite nice. It works quite well as well with the, I believe it's 25, which is the light green. Um, I quite like the 66, and this is 65. The funny part is, I think I mentioned this before, they're called cement. So it's like cement and dark cement, I think. Obviously, this being the darker one. But this is definitely green. It's definitely not gray. I guess, if you wanted to argue, you could argue it's a green leaning gray. But to me, it is definitely green. That's what my eyeballs say. And that's all of them. So you have the more muted greens, you have the more vibrant poppy or like traditional greens, and then you have your like minty, turquoisey. Oh, I just love this. This is like color color orgasm right here. And then yeah, you have obviously the hideous greens that you can question why they were even put in the game. uh, at least that's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's all the greens. Do you have a favorite green color in this game? I would actually like to know, because what I'm rocking the most of it in this current game, save playthrough, whatever you want to call it, that I've been using the server for years. But what I'm currently rocking the most of is the turquoise and teal. So, and occasionally some red. But the majority of the time, I'll be riding something that's green. It's just my jam. So, what's your favorite green in this game? Do you have like a favorite color combination? Do you have like a favorite color to put with your green if you don't put other greens with it? I'm silly and I like my um I don't know. I like usually similar colors or like at least within the same color story. Um or different shades of the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a simple girl. Um but yeah, I'd like to know. What's your favorite green color? And what do you usually put with it if you put another color than the green with it? Um and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate if you like, you know, and subscribe, give me a comment, and I will talk to you later. Toodles!